guys, Nick here from J4U Studios, and welcome to the J4U Podcast. This is a very different J4U Podcast than the one we did, I want to say last week. Was it really last week? I think it was last week. So yeah, welcome you guys. This is a new setup, and I thought we'd get started with basically a Q&A. So yeah, just allow me to kind of get my bearings with all this stuff I got here, like that random cable that was just hanging right there, just hanging and dangling. But yeah, so work in progress kind of stuff. I also just realized that I didn't use the J4U Podcast. You know what? 1 second. Here we go. Let's just play this for a hot second here. Hold on. Just so this feels more like a J4U Podcast. There it is. The J4U Podcast will be starting shortly, even though it already started. Me talking, more stuff, yeah. And while this is going, go ahead, feel free to ask questions in the chat. It's an Ask Me Anything, so I'll pretty much just be down to answer all the stuff you guys got here. So, I don't know, is this enough of a bit here? Just to play that? You know, I'm going to say that that's enough of a bit. Here we go, we're back here. Hey guys, so yeah, J4U Podcast. So let's this time about the movie news. Has there been a good amount of movie news? I mean, if you guys ask me about stuff, I'll give my thoughts, but I don't think there's been a whole lot in terms of movie news. So I thought it would just be a good kind of Q&A. Plus, the guys down in the main J4U Studios office need a little bit of time to kind of get settled. So this podcast is a little bit of a stall, but not really. I'm not really stalling for much because I wanted to do this anyway. I guess the stall comes from when I would be doing it, this week or next week. So I thought I'd do it this week, pick up a little bit of slack here, and let you guys have a conversation with me, see the new kind of setup for videos and stuff, with this all very black look. I'm sitting in an abyss of darkness here. But anyway, so yeah, let me see what you guys got here in terms of questions and stuff. Move my chat over a little bit. Okay. One is season 3457. Hi Marco. Hello. Nice to see you, bud. When is more Transcrafters though? That's a great question. So I've recorded a good amount of Transcrafters. I'm just editing, and I have a date in mind for all the releases. So I don't think I'm going to release a hard date right now, but I will release basically a general time frame for you guys. Currently, I'm looking at the first official episode of Season 3 dropping early September. So, yeah, there's a heads up there. And also, let me go ahead and make sure audio sounds good. My mic is a little hot. Let me turn that down. It's actually pretty hot. Wow. Okay, cool. So I'm going to continue a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. Let's see, though. Have you ever made a stop motion? Yes, actually. The first film I ever made, which was never released. Or no, it wouldn't be the first film. The second film I ever made, before Love, Life's Overwhelming Variety of Emotions, was actually a stop motion film. And it was basically a feature-length stop motion. It was the first big, ambitious project. I did actually know. It was before, way before Love. It was actually before It's Not Just a Joke. So, yeah, that project, it was, stop motion's insane, and just like, I spent maybe 2 years on that film to be in the editing bay editing the first rough cut and going, you know what, it's not worth it, and then I just scrapped the project. Still a project I'll get to eventually, just probably not stop motion, and probably not anytime soon. I could get you Stop Motion Pro free. No thank you, man. Stop motion's just, it's insane, and I don't think I have the time nor story to do anything stop motion. So maybe one day. Let's see what else we got here. How about the Dark Pages anthology game? Marco, I have not a clue what you're talking about. I'm going to be honest here. Not a single clue what you're talking about. Let me see. Yeah, my mic's still a little hot. I'm loud. I am a loud boy. Okay, sorry about that. I keep turning down myself because I'm a loud talker. I'm right into the microphone. You see, my voice just booms in the dark abyss here. Just like in this shred of darkness, I am loud because there's nothing else in here. You think that would make me quiet, but no, it makes me loud. Physics is weird. Let's see here. You should do a Flash roleplay on Minecraft. Oh man, well, I initially at one point was gonna do like a whole oh my gosh, if I could tell you all the in Minecraft series that we plan to do, we like, oh my god, so we had, I'm gonna pull back the curtain a little bit here and ask me anything. So basically, in terms of role plays, we had everything set to do Batmine, which was a Batman role play, which could have started a DC Minecraft cinematic universe. I don't know. Then the other series that we were working on at the same time was a Marvel Zombies series, and that was going to be more of a cinematic universe kind of a thing that would spawn off other shows. But yeah, Flash would be fun. I just imagine I'd put on the Flash suit using the superhero mod, if that's still even a thing, and then maybe even give myself a little extra speed. Like, that one's doable. I just don't know what I'd do in terms of the story, because comic book characters are a lot harder, because there's so much lore behind it. Yes, there's a lot of lore to Transformers, but comic books, like, the lore is insane. It's just absolutely crazy. Sorry, and my phone keeps on going off. That's my bad. That's my bad. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm content with just doing Transcrafters for right now. Maybe at some point we'll be at a point where we can do more. I just don't think this is currently that time. Okay. Let's see here. Blah, blah, blah. Hello, Luke. Nice to see you in here. How you doing, bud? I actually need to scroll up because the chat. Yeah, and just as I'm talking, feel free. Just keep asking questions. That's the point of the stream here. Then ask me anything. So ask away. Like, I don't get fairly personal. The only thing I won't tell you basically is spoilers for Transcrafters in, like, my social security. Like, there are maybe a few other boundaries, but those are the big ones. Let's see here. Making a stop motion movie right now. That's awesome, dude. That is awesome. Happy for you, man. That's cool. See, from the developers of Until Dawn. I have not heard of that. I'll have to look into that. Dark Pages. I'm going to be honest, Marco. When I first read that, I read it as Dank Pages. I'm sorry. Let's see here. Set to release next year. Good to know. I'll have to look into that. When is Transcrafters? Season 3, Episode 1. Answered that already, but I have no problem answering it again. Early September is what we're looking at for release date. Early September. Yeah. Let me see here. And then, yeah, Episode 0 is out. You're going to kill Ironhide. Please don't kill Ironhide, please. I'm going to be, that's a Transcrafter spoiler. I'm not going to tell you who dies. I'm going to say this time around we have some different characters. So, some of the characters who maybe died in it's the same thing as Revenge of the Dragon. Some of the characters who died in that movie will die in the season. But also some characters that didn't die in the original movie will be dying in this series. And this actually might be the last season of Transcrafters, so there might be some unexpected deaths. Just saying. Like some real out-of-nowhere unexpected deaths. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, let's see what we got going on here. Can't wait. Yeah, I'm excited too, man. This season's really different. Like, completely... Recording it alone. I recorded this season way differently than I recorded the previous seasons, and I was just kind of blown away by how different just the recording process alone was for me. Because before I do all the live commentary stuff and be commenting live, this time around, the commentary I did live was recorded separately from the gameplay, and I basically am also going to be redubbing a lot of that. So, like, that commentary I did live was more so just give me an idea for what I would be doing in the voiceover booth, which is now going to be basically this for this location, and then the studio space at the old location for those guys to do voiceover stuff. But yeah, it's very different, and there's a lot more characters that you'll be seeing the perspective of. Season 1 and Season 2, it was mainly just Subwoofer, with like a few appearances where I'd play Starscream or someone else. This time, like, the whole series is told from a bunch of different perspectives. In fact, I probably played as Subwoofers the least in the recordings I've done so far. It's crazy. Would you bunk with both Stalin and Hitler for a golden staff with a big glowing ruby on the top? You see, here's the flaw in that question right here. Like, you know, bunking with Stalin and Hitler, that's bad. Like, on the bad scale, that's pretty high up there. But getting a golden staff with a big ruby on the pro scale, That's pretty low. You see, you gotta have two equals here. There's a fundamental problem with that. I mean, what is the staff gonna do? I mean, if you sell it to me better, give me reasons why the staff should be more equal to Hitler and Stalin, maybe I'll, take that into more consideration. As of right now, there's not enough incentive for me, so I'm gonna have to say no to that. Gosh, learn your hypothetical questions. Come on. Here we go. Sorry, just monitoring audio again. Okay, I'm gonna turn myself down just a wee bit more. Not much. I'm pretty good, but just there are a few moments where I kind of peek, and some of that actually might be on the mic's end. That's highly possible as well. In fact, let me just scooch it back a little bit. I'm a loud boy. Okay, you should make Ironhide red and Ratchet white, kind of that G1. So there's a lot of, I will say, there's some G1 callbacks in what I've recorded so far. That's for sure. Quite a few G1 callbacks. I'll say right now, I've kept Ironhide's design and Ratchet's designs faithful to the movie adaptation. So Ratchet's green and Ironhide's black and silver. So I didn't do that one, but there are a lot of good callbacks to G1. Any other question? Actually, I posted on Instagram. I don't know if any of you are following the J4U Studios Instagram, but I basically posed the question of, well, I first said, hey, I'm doing a Q&A, and then posed the question of, if you have any questions, let me know. And I got one. So hold on, let me read it to you. It's from someone you guys might know. Maybe, we'll see. Where's this darn thing? I'm not great with Instagram in terms of navigating around. Here we go. Here it is. Okay. So, Willie Seidel asks, do you legitimately enjoy working with that Willie kid? Or is it just for the sake of business? Yes, I do really enjoy working with Willie. In fact, he's one of the people I enjoy working with the most, I'd say. Yeah, but don't tell him that because it's too much fun to make fun of him. But no, in all honesty, he is probably one of the people I enjoy working with most. In fact, that's kind of a rule I have for myself. I don't really work with people I don't enjoy working with. If I don't enjoy working with them, I'm not going to hire them. So, yeah, I do enjoy working with Willie. Let's see here. If you were a desert island and you could see one movie, what would it be? Hold on, let me reread that just for a sec. If you were a desert island, I'm not missing an on, right? If you were a desert island. Well, if I were a desert island, I don't think I could see one movie. Maybe Castaway? Like, if I were a desert island, because I feel like Castaway is kind of a winner in that movie, right? Or the island's kind of a winner, you know? Maybe the island's a winner. If I were a desert island, I'd want to watch a movie that made me feel good about my place in this world. Not the person stranded on me. Screw them. Like, I want to feel good. So that's what, yeah, thanks, Luke. I'm glad you corrected that now. Now that I've gone down the rabbit hole of if I were a desert island. And yeah, if I were a desert island, like, that's not even addressing the how I would watch a movie if I were a desert island. Like, I don't have eyes, I don't have ears. Would someone just, dig a hole and drop a DVD in there and cover it up, and then I was like, oh, I can watch this now. Wow, that's great. I don't know. Okay, but in all seriousness, if I were on a desert island and I could only watch one movie. Well, I have two choices in my head. Both of them are musicals. I don't know why. But it would probably be between La La Land and Beauty and the Beast. But I think I'd go with Beauty and the Beast. Because hopefully an animated movie would give me some hope or something. Because it's an animated movie. But the same token, the Beast, his story arc is all about him being isolated. So if I were stranded on a desert island, I could relate to that guy. Whereas La La Land's a story about, hey, you fall in love with this person and oops, you're not meant to be together. Hard to relate to that while you're stranded on a desert island. Much more relatable to be an isolated monster in a castle compared to me, a monster, I guess you could argue, isolated on a desert island. That's a lot more relatable, I feel. So I'd probably go with Beauty and the Beast. Marco. I see your name, and I see, would you curb stomp? I already don't want to read the rest of that one, but I will. Would you curb stomp a shriveled old man for the cure for all illness? The cure for all illness. Okay, let me go back to the bar graph thing. Like, let me do it reverse here. Cure for all illness. All illness. Like, that's everything from the cold to cancer. All illness. If you're not feeling your 100%, I have the cure for that. That's out of frame. That's how high up that one is. And this is gonna really make me look bad. But curb stomping an old man, horrible. If you do that, you're a despicable human being. But you can see the predicament that cure for all illness, way up there. I put curb stomping an old man like right here. Can you see? Can you see where it's at right now? I know that makes me seem like the awful human being here when I'm curing all illness, but still, it's curing all illness. Maybe, okay, maybe death could be considered an illness because you're not feeling your 100%. Maybe I can bring them back to life while I'm at it. If it's a cure to all illness, like, seriously? Yes, I would curb stomp the old man. That is a quote that's going to be taken out of context 20 years from now, but I would. For curing all illness. Yes. Okay. That's not going to come back to bite me. Who is your favorite character in Transformers? So, in terms of Decepticon, Shockwave. 100%. No doubt, Shockwave. My favorite Decepticon. Autobot, in terms of the movies, Ironhide. But I think Optimus would take that spot. Because he has kind of that dynamic of being the leader, being the moral compass. But with that, having to be that sense of morality, making some hard choices. And how does he make sure he never crosses that line? And like, well, I disagree with Age of Extinction when all the humans are coming out and he's like, kill them all, bah, bah, bah. That's not really the Optimus spirit. He does have to make some hard choices, which I find admirable. That this kind of, the saint of the Autobots, having to sometimes go into the morally gray range. I like that kind of idea. And Shockwave's just awesome. Okay. So that's his favorite character. And then Luke correcting the desert island thing. Awesome. Alright, any more questions? Keep them coming. This is a lot of fun. I'm enjoying this so far. We're 20 minutes into this. 20 minutes into this. Wow. Okay. But anyway, yeah, I also like this kind of look. It's the all black. So we'll have to see how this works for J4U Podcast stuff going forward. Trailer reactions, all this. It's going to be me in darkness with the black headphones and the black hair and the black microphone. So it's like I gotta figure out a way. I might also put a little bit more light to make my hair sharper. But I wanted to record this just so I can see upon playback how it looked. Starscream is better than Optimus. Or it depends on what context you're talking about. In terms of characters, I disagree. In terms of combat, I'd probably disagree, but Starscream's more versatile, I'd say. Okay, what is the best knockoff movie you've seen? Oh, I gotta look up the name of it, actually. It's, I want to say the superhero movie? And it was with Drake Bell. Yes, superhero movie is what it's called. So it's a spoof of just the superhero movie genre. And it came out before the MCU and before all that stuff and had Drake Bell, who, if you guys don't know who Drake Bell is, you didn't grow up in the 90s, or even early 2000s, I'd argue. But he's Drake from Drake and Josh. He also, it's funny, he did this movie playing a character who's basically mocking Spider-Man, and then was the voice of Spider-Man in the Spider-Man animated, Ultimate Spider-Man animated series. But this is a hilarious superhero movie. Granted, I haven't seen it in a long time, so maybe it doesn't hold up, but I found it hilarious. Do I read Twitch chat? Yes, but not right now. Sorry, that's my bad. Let me read Twitch chat right now. I'm going to take a break from YouTube. Sorry about that, guys. Twitch chat. Hello. That's a Pokemon emoji. Hey. Nice to see you. Do you know everything? Absolutely not. I know nothing. What are you talking about? I know less than nothing. Let's see. Would you rather be a hamster with magic powers or a magician with a magician with hamsters. Okay, I thought that was a magician with hamster powers, and I was really concerned with, like, what are hamster powers? Okay, so let me actually reread that just to make sure I'm getting it right. Be a hamster with magic powers or a magician with hamsters. I mean, what are hamsters really going to do for you as a magician, I feel? Like, you could pull a hamster out of a hat, and, like, that's the most grand thing you could do with hamsters. Either that or you, like, arrive with an entourage of hamsters, like you're riding a car that's just hamsters. You get out, you have one hamster on one, like, really low shoulder, then another hamster on the other, and you're just kind of walking around like this. I don't know what you do with hamsters, but if I were a hamster with magic powers, that would be awesome. Maybe I could even make myself look human, but be a hamster, trick humanity, and take over. Maybe I'm doing that right now. Okay. Let me continue. Who would win? 500,000 lions or the sun? Like, 500,000 lions. That's a lot of lions, no doubt. Lions are badass, yeah. I don't imagine any fight where the sun doesn't win. Unless it's like a black hole or, like a god killer thing. Like, if you're just pulling up animals against the sun, it could be the craziest animal ever. It could be 500,000 Bigfoots. They're not going to do jack against the sun. Like, they'll be like, yeah, and charge in, and just burn up. Like, there's nothing. What would the lions do in that situation? Okay, let me actually take a look at YouTube, then I'll come back to Twitch. Oh wow, okay, there's a lot that came up on YouTube. Okay, I'm actually gonna put these chats so I can see them both. That's smart. That's what I should have done from the beginning. I'm a smart man. Let's see here. Actually, I'll do this one last Twitch comment, then I'll head over to YouTube. So Twitch, we got, am I a Democrat or Republican? I don't like to typically talk politics. I don't, but my belief is, especially in America, I'm going to give the American perspective here, of, I feel like everybody has a different background. The experiences that I have in my life that kind of shape my beliefs, you probably don't have. And that's, I think, kind of what makes America awesome, is the fact that it's just a melting pot of all these different people with different backgrounds, different takes on things. So, personally, I'm of the mind of, I like to hear both sides. Like, here's kind of more of an analogy, but like, I'll turn on, CNN for a while, then I'll switch to Fox, then I'll switch to MSNBC, and I want to hear as many voices as possible, because, it may be an issue that I hear or read a headline for, and I'm like, well, of course this is the right option, but then I hear someone else's perspective, and maybe I'll change my mind, or maybe I go, even if I don't change my mind, just that acknowledging someone else's opinion is very important, in my opinion. So, I'm just of the mind of hearing as many people's thoughts as possible. So, while I'm not going to disclose if I'm Republican, Democrat, at the end of the day, I lean more moderate than anything. Like, I do lean one direction. Well, not the band One Direction. I don't lean anywhere near that band. But I do lean one direction in terms of left or right. But no, at the end of the day, I'll never shut down anyone who has a different view on politics than I do. I always want to hear their thoughts. Even if I fundamentally disagree with all the principles, I want to hear your thoughts, because we all come from a different background, and maybe you learned something about life or the human experience that I didn't. And I'd love to learn that from you. So that's my belief on that. So sorry to get deep there, but back onto YouTube. If you had $200 million, what would be your first major budget film? It's funny, because it would 100% be the film that I did in stop motion like 4 or 5 years ago now, that I scrapped because I decided stop motion didn't work and I wasn't happy with the direction I took it. If I had that big of budget, I'd 100% do that movie. I'm going to do that movie. Probably not with that budget, but I will do that movie. But if I did get that budget and I could direct a movie, it would be that movie. Which I'm not going to say what it is because it's not going to happen for probably another 10 years. So, yeah. Okay. Because he had 20 shots to kill Optimus. Okay. Let's see. I only work in black and sometimes very dark shades of gray. Yes, I only record videos now surrounded by black and very dark shades of gray and a blue shirt and, whatever else I happen to be wearing. We got someone in Twitch chat who I'm going to shout out here, as well as some followers. Let me read that. Ken J says, hello there. Well, hello to you. And let me actually read. We got 2 new followers on Twitch, so I'm just going to shout y'all out. We got, I'm horrible with names, Renjil98, and we got, JDI Molog. I apologize if I misspelled either of your names or both your names. But yeah, let's see here. Okay. So there's a do I read Twitch chat, which I do, and I apologize for not having both tabs open at the same time. I'm used to back in our old setup having an app called Restream Chat, which showed both chats in one little box, and I don't have that up here. So my apologies. I'll just use the setup from now on. Let's see here. How do you react to Luigi's death? By going, why Luigi? Why you have to die? In a horrible accent, of course. That's how I would react to Luigi's death. But yeah, let's see here. Did you hate Transformer Combiners War Power of the Prime? I never really saw it, I'm going to be honest. I saw that it was a thing, but I never gave it really a shot, which might just be on me. But no, I haven't seen it. We got another follow on Twitch here. We got Ken J. Hello, Ken J. Or Ken J I 325. Thank you for the follow on Twitch, my friend. I appreciate it. Welcome to the Q&A, where I'm just here talking in the new setup, where I will be doing these kinds of videos and streams from now on. Trailer actions, podcasts, whatever. Okay, let's continue. And actually, because I am using an internet that's not just mine, let me do a speed test to make sure I'm not tanking everybody's internet right now. Okay, download's still good. Awesome. Awesome, that's good. Upload's the one I'm concerned about. And I'll check audio while I'm doing this to make sure my mic's not going crazy. Let's go crazy, crazy, crazy. I can see this. Really, I mentioned that I don't lean one direction, then I immediately sing a One Direction song. That's awesome. Okay, I'm actually not doing that much to it. That's good. Let me actually wait for the final number, just to make sure. Okay. And keep on leaving questions. No, actually, I did basically nothing to it. That's perfect. That means we can just keep doing these kind of live streams here. Yay! Whereas if I just totally tanked the internet, I probably wouldn't be allowed to keep doing these live streams. Yay! Okay, what is one non-Nintendo character you would like to see in the new Smash Bros? That's a great question. I know there's more characters than the one that's on my brain right now. But there's only one on my brain right now, and he's overshadowing all the other characters that would probably be better and jump to the forefront. Master Chief, I think, would be awesome. Bouncing that would be hard, because he'd be a more ranged character. He wouldn't be able to do as much from up front. I don't know, I have to think on that longer to come up with an actually good answer. Master Chief was just a person who popped in my head and is refusing to get out, so we'll see. Okay, some high fives all around. Yeah, high five, high five. Can Jamie XD, oh, sub and follow, well, thank you. Kenny Cone, yeah, thank you for the sub and the follow then. Who are some of your favorite directors? Well, Damien Chazelle, who's done Whiplash and La La Land and is now working on another movie. Christopher Nolan, I love. You gotta respect Steven Spielberg for everything he's done. I'm blanking on names right now. Let's see. There's a lot of directors that I respect, but I'm not, like, personally a huge fan of their work. Like, well, I say that, like, I like their stuff. It's just not all my, like, favorite categories. Wes Anderson is one of those directors. And, what's his name from who directed Shape of Water? Guillermo del Toro, another director. I respect him. He does great stuff. He probably just isn't one I'd consider my favorite director. Ooh, that's another good question. I don't know. I like Refn I like. But I haven't seen a lot of his stuff for, I'd argue maybe even enough of his stuff for him to be considered one of my favorites, but I do like what I have seen from him. Yeah, that's a toughie. But that's the answer I'll give for right now. Let's see. Okay. Oh, Doom Guy. Yeah, that would be cool to see. Okay. I now have Underquell. Not sure if I know what you're talking about there. So I'm new here. What is this channel all about? Well, I'm glad that you asked. So I'm actually not the only person on this channel. I'm the founder, CEO, other pretentious titles. But I actually don't even now live in the same city as the other guys. So you got myself. You have Luke, aka the Film Fisher, who's in the chat right now. You got Marco, who's also in the chat right now. But Luke, he's a editor, content creator. Marco's assistant art director. Raphael is the main art director. The art director is basically there doing the thumbnails and all the artwork stuff. Then you got Willie Seidel, who's a content creator. He's our main Fortnite guy. And then you got Dylan, who's also another Fortnite guy and a content creator. But that's basically the team. And if you go to the main channel, it says Movies, Games, Podcasts, and More. That sums it up pretty well. So movies, we do movie reviews, trailer reactions, and upload our own films that we make. Let's see. And then we have games, where we have gaming live streams once or several times a week that I'll no longer be doing, but the rest of the guys will be taking over, which then the highlights of those streams go on J4U Gaming, our gaming channel. And podcasts, we have this podcast, the J4U Podcast, which is where we typically talk about everything in terms of movie news, gaming news, world news to a certain extent. Then we have Out of Sync Stories, which is the J4U South podcast now. It used to be just a talk about anything podcast, and I'm going to let those guys reshape it and figure out what it is, and it's still kind of be like that, but now they can also talk about movies and stuff. But yeah, and then the And More will do random videos and stuff like skits, challenges, that would fall into the And More. I do vlogs, that would fall into the And More. But that's basically what we do here on the channel. There's a lot of different stuff, and the idea behind it is that you can then latch on to any of the main casts that you see in videos and watch. So maybe if you like my stuff, you like my videos, then you can subscribe and watch the J4U Podcast, my trailer reactions, my whatever the videos that I'm in, and then maybe start watching the other guys' stuff. And if you like it, then you can keep watching that. If you don't, then you can just keep watching mine. But it's the idea of, in theory, you should be able to latch on to one of the six of us. Okay. Who do you think would have a better chance? Venom or Into the Spider-Verse? You don't know how much I want to say Venom, but I feel like Into the Spider-Verse is going to be better and do better. But again, I really want Venom to be like the most amazing superhero movie of the year, but I don't think it will. I hope it's good. I don't think it's going to be the best. I think Spider-Verse has the potential to be good. There are the few things that I kind of disagree with from a creative standpoint on how they're doing it. But overall, I think it's going to be very good. Okay, if you enjoy Refn, would recommend Bronson. I've heard of Bronson. I don't think I've seen his stuff, or at least know his stuff well enough to know that he directed it. But I've heard of him. So basically, it's a YouTube team. Yes, it is a YouTube team. Yeah, we're a group channel. So it's not just me. So if you don't like my ugly mug, still subscribe, because there's more of us. In fact, I might be building up a Northern Arizona team now that I'm up here, but we'll see. For right now, it's just me up in this location, and the other guys are not here. They're in a different city. Alright, any other questions? Let us know. Let me actually mute my playback. Okay, we have been going for a whole 36 minutes, you guys. 36 minutes, man. I don't know if it feels like it has been 36 minutes. I don't know if I expect it to be longer than 36 or if it feels shorter. I just enjoy talking to you guys. Like, last night was weird. It was weird. I'll get into that after I answer some of these questions or comments here. Might watch your Fortnite stuff. Yeah, that's Willie and Dylan. They do the Fortnite videos, and they both have a very different take on it. Willie's the more Fortnite entertaining comedy gaming, whereas Dylan tries to be the more kind of... They're both very strategic. They're both kind of numbers guys. But Dylan is more focused on kind of the long-term gaming. I don't know. That's kind of hard to explain, but yeah. They're both good. Willie streams typically every Tuesday, aside from this week, because of my moving some of the equipment up here and all that stuff. But he typically streams on Tuesdays, and then we got Fortnite videos on the J4U Gaming channel, and then the live streams here. And then videos like, yeah, the PC... or the Console Gamers Play PC video that just came out, or the Luke's First Impression. There'll be some random, that would be the and more type of content, or I guess gaming, but, shut up, your mug is beautiful. Well, thank you for lying to me. I appreciate that. I appreciate your lies. Okay, what are your thoughts on, Doom Eternal and Life is Strange 2? So, Life is Strange, I'll start with that one. So, I feel like Life is Strange is it's more of a movie than a game. From a movie standpoint, I think it's fine, you know. I watched the first Life is Strange, a whole walkthrough of it, and was like, yeah, by the end of it, I was like, yeah, that was pretty cool. I don't think I'd want to play it myself, though, because it's not so much a game as it is. It's kind of that similar thing to, what's it called? The AI robot game that came out not too long ago. To where it's more of a cinematic experience in an actual game. So for what it's intended to be, I think it's good. From just the pure game side of it, I don't know if it's quite for me. And then Doom Eternal. I have not actually heard much about Doom Eternal. Because the new Doom was awesome. I actually played that a little bit with my cousin. Let me actually Google Doom Eternal. Oh, interesting. That actually looks pretty awesome from just the article I'm seeing here. Again, it's just an article I'm seeing here. Maybe I'm not seeing the right article. Interesting. Looks cool. I'll have to look into it. Because I liked the most recent Doom. I did. Yeah. I thought it was kind of cool how they redid all the designs for characters and stuff. I thought they looked pretty good. Gameplay was pretty fun. It was actually really fun. But yeah, I'll be curious. I'll look into that a little bit more after this. I know, with my abundant free time. I hate Fortnite, but it's fine. Do you like Fortnite? Okay, so I have a couple different outlooks on it. I'm not good at Fortnite, nor do I have the time to get good at Fortnite. I don't know. I just personally am not a huge fan of it from a playing standpoint. Editing it, yeah, I like to edit Willie's Fortnite videos and all that stuff. I don't know. I think it's a good game. I just don't think it's my kind of game, because I'm not a big fan of the Battle Royale game type. I'm more of a like TDM, Kill Confirmed, even Capture the Flag I'd prefer over a Battle Royale. Just because, I don't know, it's a weird investment of time, I find, where even like a Rainbow Six kind of thing, where you're playing a match, when you die, you're dead, and the round continues. I feel like Battle Royale, I'm just not into that whole, there's so much prep time, so much leading up to when there's one little mistake and you die. It's like, well, I just wasted half an hour. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just the way I play. But I have no problem watching it. It's just not the kind of game that I play. Favorite so bad it's good film. Oh, that is 100% Father's Day. Don't watch it. Especially if you're under the age of 50. I don't know. But it's a very mature movie, but it's hilarious. It's a trauma film. And Troma, if you don't know, they're known for making these horrible movies, frankly pretty offensive movies. But Father's Day, they went in knowing it was gonna be horrible, so they made the funniest horrible movie ever. And I love it for that. The ending alone is worth watching. Because I just died laughing after watching the ending. So that's my favorite So Bad It's Good film. What is the worst Netflix movie you've seen? I'm going to be honest. I know there's one. I've probably forgot about it because it's so bad. Yeah, like I'm sure I've seen a lot of Netflix. Well, not a lot. I've seen my fair share of Netflix movies and shows. I should have one. I'm just not thinking of it right now. It's got to be. Ooh, I'm starting to recall. I'll have to think on that. Because I know there's one. I'm blanking on it. Are you going to make a live stream about Earth Wars? I wasn't planning on it. If that's something you guys would like to see, you could look into that and see. Yeah, but typically, now that I'm up here, live streams for me are going to be mainly just the J4U Podcast. I'm going to leave the gaming stuff and all the other stuff for the rest of Just Few Studios, for those guys to take over. And I myself will just stick to the J4U Podcast in terms of live streams. Which, yeah, let me know what you think about the setup. This is actually not the webcam I'll be using going forward. At least I hope not. We'll see. This is the microphone, though. And, oh my gosh. Okay, let me get into now, while we have kind of a little bit of a lull, talking about my morning and my evening. Oh, boy. So, in terms of my... let's start yesterday. Let's go chronologically through time. So, let's see. Yesterday, my parents helped me move out here to this new spot, so they kind of used my mom's van, hold all the equipment up here, and I did the 4-hour drive in my car. They were in the van, and past couple days they were helping me set up the space, making sure everything was working, and by the time they left, pretty much everything was working. I got everything up but one hard drive and the webcam I brought up here. Everything else was working fine. So, yeah, they basically, or before they left, I was like, you know what? I'm going to put in some work, try and see if I can fix the webcam, fix the hard drive, and then I'll be 100% rock solid moving forward. So I started powering through webcam. I quickly realized that I think there was just something wrong with it, so I just put it to the side. But then the hard drive, I started messing with it, started trying different cords, ports, whatever, and then after about 10 minutes of working on it, I ended up breaking or just doing something wrong to where I then had 2 hard drives that weren't working out of my 3. And I was like, well, that's not good. Quickly, let me try and fix this, at least get the one that was working back working. Another 10-15 minutes later, all 3 stopped working, which is really bad, because if you don't know external hard drives and all that, it's just to give my computer more space. And I had about, let me do some quick math here, I had a 2, a 5, that would be 7, plus the 8, 15, well, 1 and more from Mac, 16 terabytes of storage, and I was now down to 1. Which means if I couldn't get all 3 back working, I lost everything, basically, in terms of storage. So I was like, crap. So I quickly started working, and after, I kid you not, an hour, maybe 2 hours, I was able to get one of the hard drives working. And it was a 2 terabyte. Not gonna do me that much good when I got 3 of the 16 terabytes working. But I was like, okay, you know what? I can work through this. So I basically took all the setup I had for that 2 terabyte, where it was plugged into the surge protector, the exact USB it was plugged into on the Mac, and all that kind of stuff, and swapped it around, and reverse engineered it so that I could get the 8 terabyte working, but not the 2 terabytes. So now I'm up to 9 terabytes of storage, which is like, oh, woohoo, you have 9 terabytes of storage, whereas most people don't even have 1. Oh, poor you. But no. I got one of the 3 drives, though, up, which it's still the case. I only have 1 of the 3. And I got to figure out what I'm doing about that. As of right now, I sent the 5 terabyte back with my dad, and he already has it fixed, so it's just got to be the kind of thing that's probably going to be either driven up to me or the next time I drive back down, grab, or they mail it to me. I'd prefer not mail because I don't trust the UPS of, throw me the package! Throw you the package! I'd prefer not with a hard drive. That's all kinds of anxiety. But yeah, let's see. So then after that, basically, my parents left with the hard drive, went back home, and I basically just came back to my room where I'm staying, all that kind of stuff, and was like, okay. And I kind of did some editing, did some work, and then my roommate, because I have a roommate now, who you guys may or may not meet at some point. His name's Cody. He's an awesome dude, nicest guy ever. But Cody basically after a while said, hey, I'm gonna go have dinner with some friends, and I was like, okay, cool. And oh my god, I don't even believe what kind of happened next, because it's so not my personality. So I'm an ambivert, which if you don't know, and this is gonna sound really pretentious, so fair warning, an ambivert is like, you're not an extrovert, you're not an introvert. It's like the bipolar of the two. It's to where some moments I'm an introvert, and I'm like, you know, give me some space, give me some alone time, I'll be fine. And other times I'm like, I need humans, I need people interaction. Or so an online test told me. I don't know. But I believed it because it did kind of make sense for the kind of person I am. But that was kind of the first time where, you know, my parents weren't around me, my roommate wasn't around me, and it was just me. And I was like, oh, cool. It's kind of nice. I can unwind, I can relax, and I'm a workaholic. So I was like, if nothing else, I can work. Woohoo! So I set out to work, set out to do all that. And I kid you not, about 2 hours into being alone, I went about insane, craving human interaction. Like, that has not happened to me in a year or a couple years, to where it's like, I need people, I need to see another human being. I literally logged onto Tinder and spent like 40 minutes on Tinder just looking at people. Because, like, I went through, like, pretty much all my YouTube videos. I walked outside just to people watch. Just to see people. Like, I was, like... It was to where I needed human interaction so much, it canceled out my workaholic. I didn't want to work. I just wanted to, like... I didn't even have to, like... have, like, a meal with someone. I just needed to see and have a conversation with another human being. And it was the weirdest thing for me to not have that. That was just bizarre. But anyway, I went through that weird period. Last night, my roommate came back and it was like a switch of like, oh, hey, there's a person. There's a person. And I was fine. So I don't know. That hasn't happened to me since. Hopefully it won't happen to me again. But it was the weirdest thing of back home. That never would have happened to me. I could go days without seeing another person. I'd like to see people, but I never had that need to see people. Whereas last night, it was like a need. And I don't know. It was just bizarre. And I'm getting a text from someone to meet up, so I might do that later. We'll probably go for about an hour. We're at the 50-minute mark, so maybe another 10 minutes. We'll see. Okay. What is your favorite, that kaiju flick? If it is, probably Pacific Rim would be it. Hey, what's up, Cody? Okay. Now let's see. Haven't head off to work. Last question, though. What is your favorite, I assume you're meaning film, when you were a kid? Okay, favorite film as a kid. I'm sure there's a lot of people who have this same answer, so I might seem a little basic, but it's got to be Hook, I feel. I've seen Hook so many times. That's probably one of my favorite films as a kid. It's at least up there. I put it top 5. Yeah, I'm sure there's some animated movies or something I'm forgetting, but I feel like Hook's definitely up there. I have to leave and come back. I mean, yeah, you can totally leave, come back. That's totally fine. This will be a VOD after the stream, so you can just watch it, pause, all that stuff. No worries. You're all good. Okay. Shout me out. Hey, Chris. Nice to see you again. Should fire me after that. Nah, you good, you good. How's college? Hasn't really started yet. It's more so just kind of the living. I'm enjoying living. That's always a plus. The college side of it hasn't really started yet, so I'll give you a better answer once it has. Alright, any more questions? Oh, on the Twitch side, we got a comment. Let me move your name closer so I can see it. I'm going to double check that just to make sure I want to say your name right. Okay, I think I'm reading this right. Fats Cruff? Hi. Well, hello to you. Hopefully I did not horribly butcher your name, because the font that Twitch uses kind of blended the letters together in a weird way. So, and my brain read that, and I was like, no, that can't be it. So hopefully it is it, and if not, I apologize. 1v1U, I assume you're talking about in Fortnite. Don't really play Fortnite, so I can't really do that. I'm sorry. Plus, I don't really have anything up here to do that with. Xbox, back home. I mean, gaming PC, back home. Unless you want me to play Fortnite with you on my MacBook, in which you will most certainly use, because I'll be using the trackpad trying to move around like that. I feel like that's got to be the equivalent of like playing on your phone, right? Because like, I don't know, I just would not trust myself. Oh, you'll drive over with your consoles and the TV to plug it into and controls. If you put in that effort, I probably would. I'm going to be honest. As long as scheduling stuff worked out. If you put in the effort to drive over here to Northern Arizona with the stuff necessary to have a 1v1 in Fortnite, I'd be a douche if I said no. Right? I mean, I couldn't. Like, if you put in that much effort. Okay. Let's see. What would you do if you saw a little goblin riding a tricycle? Gee, for some reason I've never asked myself that question before. I wonder why. If I saw a little goblin... How little are we talking here? Are we talking like, 3 feet or 3 inches? Like, little is a relative term. But I'll assume, like, and also, what's little for a goblin? I know what's little for a person, and that's me. I'm a short guy. But are you talking like other goblins? Look at that guy. Like, yeah, that's Ted. He's a little short. He didn't get the tall gene. Like, or is it like short compared to us? Like 2 feet. 2 feet. As in, he has 2 feet, or he's 2 feet tall. Come on, a little bit more here. Okay, 2 feet tall, riding a tricycle. I'm gonna be honest. I'd probably say that that's cute. Like, oh, look at the little guy. Oh, there he goes. Hey, look at the little guy. You go, little guy. Like, beep, beep. Watch it, like, with my luck, he'd be like 30 and just flipping me off as he goes. Like, screw you, man. I'm on my way to work. And I'm like, I'm sorry. I don't know. That's never happened to me. If it does happen to me, I'll let you know. I'll let you know what my reaction is. Okay, let's see here. On the Twitch side of thing, what is your favorite meme? Oh, lose video. That's how you say my name. Okay, sorry. And hello, Robot Jaybird. Welcome. Welcome to this Q&A, kind of an ask me anything kind of thing. So any questions, feel free. Send them my way. Gonna be honest, my meme game, extremely weak. I do not really partake in the memes that much, unless it's just on my Twitter timeline or in a YouTube video I'm watching. Like, I don't go out of my way. I don't seek the meme. If the meme comes to me, I will happily receive. But I don't really go out of my way to partake in the meme. If that makes sense. Wait, 2 feet tall, staring at me. Oh, so now he's staring at me. Eyeballing me while riding the tricycle. See, that changes the scenario entirely. I mean, I thought he was just, like, going about his way. Now he's coming at me. He's making eye contact. I probably would feel uncomfortable. I'd back myself up. And if he's making eye contact with me, is it kind of the eye contact if he's riding his tricycle, staring at me sideways, or is he just starting at me with the tricycle, just ringing the little bell on the side, bring, bring, and just coming straight at me, 2 feet tall? Plus, I just realized, is he 2 feet tall standing up, or is he that tall in the tricycle? Because then if he gets off the tricycle and he's like the Harley rider of the goblins, like, then I'd be totally scared. Are you kidding me? That's terrifying. Okay, can you call me Baby Cakes instead? Sure, Baby Cakes. Oh, Memulous. Not meme. Okay, gotcha. Let's see, so favorite Memulous video. I do not have any. Sorry, I know that's a very, Very lame answer, but I don't have any. What I got to do to be a member of your crew, Chris? Let's see. So there's trial by fire. That's one way to get in. Naked spearfishing is another. And then third, contact Willie, I guess. That's probably the best way. Get in touch with Willie and see if, he can schedule you to be in some videos. And then that's probably the best way. And, let's see. Think the goblin should be fake, and you're seeing it, when you get sleep empathy at 3 a.m. I mean, if I'm at a college, that's like a legitimate thing that could happen, I feel. Like, there's some weird stuff that could totally go down, and I could totally foresee just, 3 a.m., I'm gonna walk out of the dorm for no particular reason. Oh, there's a goblin? Okay, well, that makes sense. It's a Tuesday. Like, I don't know. It's that kind of a vibe. What's your favorite early 2000s film? Man, okay. Well, first off, I'm gonna name a film that I know came out early 2000s. So, there's a very good chance that I have a favorite film that is not the one I'll say, and I'm like, oh yeah, I thought that was 90s or something. I don't know. Early 2000s, though, probably has to be the Sam Raimi Spider-Man. Either 1 or 2. I like 2 better, but, well, 2 would have been, 2004, if I'm doing my math correct, or something thereabouts. So I'd say it was Spider-Man 2, Sam Raimi. Shrek, obviously, Shrek's a good one. Don't get me wrong. Shrek is a great one. But I'm a comic guy, so I gotta go with Spider-Man. I'm wearing a Captain America shirt. If I don't give the comic book movie answer, isn't that like blasphemy? Like, I feel like I gotta, right? I gotta. By law required. Shrek's way better. Yeah, I can see your argument. Like, Shrek has that, like, vibe of it's an animated movie that kids will enjoy. And adults will enjoy. Like, it fits both categories extremely well. Which Spider-Man? Spider-Man 2. Sam Raimi era would be early 2000s. Okay. Alexa, play Minecraft. I don't even know how you. Minecraftcito 3. Like, I get the joke you're going for. I just totally messed up saying it. Good on you for making the Despacito jokes, though. What were your final thoughts on the final episode of Samurai Jack? You're asking the wrong person here. Luke is like designated Samurai Jack guy, I feel, just refused. Maybe Raphael as well? And I guess, Marco, if you're asking this, maybe you as well? Like, I'm not the Samurai Jack guy. I don't know. That's the question for Luke. You've only seen the first Amazing Spider-Man. Oh, you haven't seen the Raimis? Like, don't get me wrong, I actually really enjoyed the first Amazing Spider-Man. But to have not even seen the Sam Raimi trilogy, like, that's a, like, cringy, emotional roller coaster that, like, I feel everyone should go on at some point. See the, highs of Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man vs. Doc Ock, to the lows of emo Peter Parker dancing the streets of New York. Like, you gotta see it, like... It's like one of those things. Alrighty, we'll probably end it off here. Last call for questions. Anything you got, ask away. And then if you have any more questions, I don't know. Maybe we'll do this again sometime. It was kind of nice. This is different than what we normally do on the J4U Podcast, so I liked that. Go on YouTube. Type in Gangnam Despacito Gummy Style featuring Gummy Bear. And stream your reaction. I feel like I can tell you my reaction right now. I feel like it's gotta be disappointment. Right? Like, disappointment of two kinds. There's the one of why is this a thing that was made? How is this a thing that was made? Like, that's disappointment number one. Disappointment number two. There are so many, like, buzzwords in that title. They're like, it's gotta disappoint, right? Like, from that aspect, like, how do you build, like, oh, I in my jacket here, I got this video. It's this Gangnam Despacito Gummy Style. Wait, I know what you're thinking. featuring Gummy Bear. Like, you've hyped it up so much from the title alone. Like, do I like that was made? No. But the title alone, like, it's gotta have something to it. Actually, it's actually Pure Terror. Oh, really? That's more accurate of a reaction. Got it. Good to know. Okay. I'll put it down. I'll write it down on a little list of to-dos. And maybe we'll do that. Because I still got stuff to do here. Who Framed Roger Rabbits? That is another good one. Man, I feel like that movie, though, kind of has that same Shrek vibe. When you're watching it a kid, most of it goes over your head. So I feel like that one's almost better for adults. In some aspects. I mean, it's not that it's bad for kids. I think it's better for adults because you'll get a lot more out of it, a lot more out of the jokes. Plus, I feel like it's an enjoyable movie regardless of age. So, okay. Well, I think that will wrap it up for this episode of the J4U Podcast. A very, very different episode of the J4U Podcast. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. And, oh, wait, what's that? Coke? Well, I'm a Pepsi guy. Unless you're talking about a different kind of Coke, in which I'll still snort Pepsi if you want me to. Like, okay. There's a scene where the girl Gummy Bear looks at the camera, and it's a proper horror scene. Ugh, okay. See, you're hyping it up so much. Like, you're hyping it up so much that, like, man, you should be like a salesman, because I'm curious now. I am curious. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll add it to the to-do list, and we'll see. How about that? So, thank you guys for watching. Please like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with all of your friends. And in about 2 weeks, we'll do the next episode of the J4U Podcast, which will feel more like a J4U Podcast. Unless you like this Q&A style thing, in which maybe we'll do that again, either as the J4U Podcast or make it another thing. But we'll see. But let me know thoughts down below, and yeah, thank you guys for watching, and well, we'll see you guys on the next one. Stay classy. Later. Woo!